2 years ago, I released a video on YouTube. I was a new channel and I didn't have much views at the time, and my videos were still quite amateurish, as I was teaching myself through trial and error as I went along about what worked and what didn't work. The video I released was about the story of 11-year-old Wayne Taylor, who was raped and murdered in 1991 in a place known as Barrier Block or Southwyck House in Brixton, London, a large housing block on the Somerleyton estate. And when I tell you, this is the video that blew my channel almost overnight. In just under 24 hours, the video received over 22,000 views, the most I'd ever had on a video at the time. And it told me one thing, that Wayne's story mattered to you. It mattered to so many of you as it did to me. Initially, my aim was to tell the story of victims whose stories never made it into the mainstream media, but should have. And Wayne's story really touched my heart, and I felt he'd been done an injustice, especially as this killer, a 30-year-old man from Jamaica called Michael Wyatt, had never been exposed publicly for what he did to 11-year-old Wayne Taylor. To me, it was as if he'd been allowed to just quietly disappear into the background, and there was never any media coverage in the mainstream about the horrific, disgusting actions he committed on not just 11-year-old Wayne Taylor, but also a 9-year-old child that he snatched off the streets in Brixton. This paedophile was allowed to just quietly fade into the background for whatever reason. And when the story blew, it was apparent that a lot of you guys felt the same way too. I received a lot of messages from people asking me where Michael Wyatt was, what did he look like, why was there no public picture of him, where was he now over 30 years later, especially as he'd already killed before in his home place of Jamaica and served time for manslaughter before he came to England, but yet was able to live here in the UK and take another life, then quietly fade away from public attention. And these were all questions I couldn't find any information on anywhere, so I couldn't offer any other additional information, and people were concerned for the safety of their children. It was as if he was being protected, and I get it to an extent. If the man has done his time and hopefully reformed, then he should be able to live without fear of reprisals. But at the same time, his crimes were so horrific and so evil that people were concerned about their children. I get messages from viewers and subscribers all the time, and every now and then I'd get asked what Michael Wyatt looked like. And I'll be honest, at first I had no answers. I couldn't find anything about him. No photos, no updates, no nothing. That was until last month, when I was contacted by a subscriber who finally supplied me with the picture that everybody had been asking for. The man responsible for the rape and murder of 11-year-old Wayne Taylor in 1991 was Michael Wyatt. This is the face of the then 30-year-old Michael Wyatt, the paedophile who murdered 11-year-old Wayne Taylor in 1991. His whereabouts are still unknown, but hopefully parents, especially parents of young boys, can feel safe knowing who Michael Wyatt is and what he looks like. If you haven't already, go and watch the original video. I'll put the link to it in the description box. And if you have any story you want me to tell, or any new information to offer on any story I've told previously, you can contact me by email, which I'll also put in the description box, or you can message me in the comments. 11-year-old Wayne Taylor's story deserves to be heard, and Michael Wyatt's face deserves to be seen. Thank you for being part of making sure neither is forgotten. Till the next story, stay blessed. One love.